Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Prudent Kayo, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys tips on how to navigate university life as a fresher / advice for freshers. If you're just coming into the university, or if you're already in the university as a fresher and you're confused, you don't know how to go about it because this is your first year, then stay tuned and watch this video. I've been through this stage before. I've been in 100 level. I know that excitement, that anxiety, that confusion, that urge, that eagerness to just want to be in the university, or to just want to know what the life in university is like. So that's why I made this video. I'm in a private university, so I'm going to be making reference to being in a private university because I'm not in a federal. I don't know how it works in federal, but I believe the tips and advices I'm going to give you guys can also cover all around universities, public, private, whatever. To know how serious I am, you guys know I normally don't dress like this, but I'm dressed very corporate for this video, and I have notes here so I won't miss out on all of the things I want to tell you guys. If I was going to be a fresher all over again, God forbid, if I was going to go over from the beginning and start, the first thing I'll tell myself is that I should always put God first. I should always pray. If you don't have a relationship with God right now, start to build one. Start to build your relationship with God. Start to create a relationship with God, because you're going to need it. When you get into the university, you're going to meet all sorts of people. I feel like you have met people in secondary school. When you get to university, you will see different types of people. You will see different characters, different mindsets, different sorts of people. Like, I don't even know how to emphasize how much diversity there is in university. That's why I always encourage people that you should put God first when you're going to the university. Learn how to pray. When I was getting to university, I did a 3-day fasting and prayer where I would not eat from like 6 a.m. in the morning to 6 p.m. at night, and I was praying. I prayed to God with these prayer points. I prayed that all my 4 years in this university is going to be smooth. I'm not going to have any problem with carryover. I'm not going to have any problem with lecturer trying to come and meet me, to toast me. I'm not going to have any problem with roommates. I'm not going to have any problem at all in my 4 years. That was the prayer I prayed during those 3 days of fasting, because my mom always tells me that being in university is so much different from being in secondary school, and now that I've actually lived through it, I can testify that it's so much different. You meet different types of people, you will live with different types of people, and you never actually know what's going on with them. I'm not saying it's bad to live with people, or everybody in university is bad, but just for the sake of your own safety, your own protection, basically, you need to hold God very tight. If you don't have a relationship with God, as I've said before, you should start building one now, because he's the one that is going to guide you through your university life, literally. That's my first point. Second one is, please take your education very seriously. In 100 level, as a fresher, 100 level is the easiest year. Your first year is going to be the easiest year for you in terms of academics. Try your very best to build your CGPA from the first year. Try, if possible, aim to get a first class or a second class upper in your first year, because the first year is the easiest year. If you cannot build a good CGPA from your first year, it's going to be very hard for you to get it in your second, in your third, and your fourth, because it does get harder. So I always encourage people, try to read your books, try to attend every class, because in some schools, I believe attendance is compulsory. In my school, they made me believe that attendance was compulsory that time too, but it wasn't. But still, I attended class. In 100 level, I was so serious. I was every day, me and my friends were going to class every day, every single day. We never missed a class. So please read your books, because 100 level is actually very easy. It's just basically the foundation that they're giving you. Read your books, attend classes, do your assignments, please, because that's what's going to build your CA and eventually boost your CGPA. 1 point means a lot in the university. Okay, in my school, grade A is 70, B is 69. So imagine you were supposed to get A, which is 5 points. You now get 69. B, 4 points. It's going to be very painful. It's usually very, very painful. That's why I always say, do your assignments, attend classes, do your tests. It's mostly online tests in 100 level, but just everything that you know can build your CGPA from that 100 level. Focus very well on it. Don't put any parties or any events or any clubs or any social above your academics, because in 100 level, I don't know how to emphasize this thing. 100 level is very easy. 100 level is the easiest year to get a good CGPA. After that, it goes low. If you're not very hardworking, even if you are very hardworking, you are going to strive before you can get your CGPA up. What I did in my first year is that I got a very high CGPA, and that's what is lasting me till now, because now I've gotten very lazy compared to how I was in 100 level, and that's what has been sustaining me, because now I'm not going below, I'm just maintaining it, and that is the best way, to be honest, because university is not like secondary school. So please take your education very seriously. The third point I want to give is a bit controversial, because like not everybody would agree with me. Everybody has their own opinions, but this is just the tips and advices I will give anybody. Is that when you're in 100 level, don't focus on relationships. I know your body is gingering you. Oh, you want to be a big girl, you want to go for a big boy, all those kind of things. They don't matter, to be honest. When you're in 100 level, try your best not to invest yourself too much in relationships, because let me tell you how it works. When you're a fresher coming into the university, the top boys, the boys in 300, 400 level, they are seeing you as new stock, as in new stock just wants to come. New stock is hot now. You guys are not like the babes that already know how things are in uni, so they just want to go. That's just why I always say stay away from relationships, except you already have maybe relationship that people are coming into your university together and you want to do all those love. That's up to you, but it's not that sharp. Anyways, if you are coming into university, don't come with the mentality that, oh, I want to date, I want to love, I want to fall in love. All those things can come probably, but in your first year, don't focus on it, because you never can tell who is being genuine with you when you're in your first year, because the older boys are just seeing you as new stock, that they just want to, I'm sorry for using such terms, but that's just the reality of it. Try not to date, because those people can influence you. Probably if you are young, they would want to lure you into things that you shouldn't be doing. They want to pressure you into sending nudes, sexual relations, and I don't feel like those are the things you should be focused on in your first year, especially if you know you are very young. If you know that you're like 19, 20, that when you're already mature, you can do whatever you want, that's your business. But if you know you're very young and you're getting to the university, that should not be your this thing at all, because if you cast, your news can cast in 100 level, you're going to be so devastated, like you're going to be depressed, and I don't want anybody to have that kind of experience in 100 level where you'll be depressed and sad when you're supposed to be having like a good time, because it's literally your first year, the easiest year, the best year. So just try to stay away from relationships, especially with older guys. I'm not saying you cannot like people. You can like who you can, you can talk to people, but be very careful, be mindful of those older guys. Don't get into a relationship with them. If you're a fresher, another thing I would like to tell you is just be yourself. I know that you are very eager to make friends, you're very anxious. Like there's usually this anxiety that comes with being in your first year. Just that first week, in my first week of university, I was always crying. I was always so sad. I felt so left out. I felt so alone, because literally none of my friends came in with me. It was just me. So I was so alone. I was sad. I was always crying. I didn't really understand what was going on. I was so depressed, and I was eager. I was so eager to make friends, to just be accepted, to feel like I was among, so I wouldn't be lonely, so I wouldn't be the odd one out, and made me fall into things I should not have fallen into. Be yourself. Like don't go into the university trying to change who you are. I'm not saying you should not be open to change. There are different parts of you that will change in the university, because you are growing literally. You are leaving high school, you are getting to another level. There is growth that is going to take place, but let it come naturally. Don't try to force it. If you know that you are a church girl, leave yourself as a church girl. Don't try to change or transform into a baddie overnight, and you're not gonna start keeping baddie friends, like all those kind of things. Just be who you are. Don't be influenced easily. Don't go and try to befriend smokers, people who drink, people who party all night, people who go out every weekend. It's going to change you. Surround yourself with people who have like minds, people who are similar to the kind of person you are. If you know, you like to read books, try to engage yourself, try to know people who like to read books, so that you guys can grow in that place. Don't be a reader and you are following somebody who likes to smoke and drink, because there are people like that in the university. Show up as your authentic self in the university. People who like you, they will like you. Don't try to force yourself to belong with the baddies, with the smokers, with the outside every night type of girls. If you're that type of girl, okay, you can follow them. But if you know the kind of girls I'm talking about, they know themselves. Don't be like, I've left my parents, so it's time for me to change, it's time for me to be another person. No, still be yourself. In university, one thing I realized is that your people will find you. You don't have to change yourself in order to like adapt in university. When it's time, the people will find you. The people I met in my first year were not my people. I don't know if that is a universal experience, but we are getting to that point, sharp. But I didn't find my people in my first year. I don't know if you guys understand this point, but please show up as yourself. Don't try to be another person. Be who you are. Surround yourself with people who are similar to you, people who have similar interests, who have like minds, the same mindsets, following the same path. I'm not saying you should not socialize with every other person. Socialize with every other person, but know who you choose to be your closest friends. That's what I'm trying to say. Another point is that you shouldn't involve yourself in too much drama. don't be everywhere when you get to university. I know you want to explore. Probably your parents were strict and they don't let you out of the house. In high school, you never really went out. You were always stuck in the house. So you feel like university is time to show yourself to, but please try to enjoy your alone time, because in your first year, most of the time you're gonna be alone. If you're not somebody who knows how to relate to people quickly, you're gonna be alone. My first year, I was mostly alone. I had just one friend in my first year. Try to be alone. Don't involve yourself with people you know are problematic. There are lots of problematic people in university. Everybody has their clique in university, and there are a set of people that just want, they like problem, they like wahala. There's always problem. And in private universities, if you are always with those kind of people, and you end up at the gate means that when you get to the gate, either they're going to give you suspension for what you have done or expulsion, because in private universities they're always looking for a way to kick you out. So okay, let me now put it in reference to private university. If you know that you're in a private university, in your first year, be very careful. Be very, very careful. Be very mindful, very demure, very cutesy. Because when I got to university, in the third week, I was already hearing that some people were expelled. One slapped a potter, one did this, one did that. Be very respectful, be very humble, do your thing, JJ. Don't try to involve yourself with this person. Oh, I want to make friends with this person, I want to be friends with this person. Be mindful of who you make friends with. Just be very careful. If you know that the people that you are surrounded by are people that like to cause chaos, I like to be disrespectful to lecturers, I like to do this, all those things, they usually have consequences. It can affect your CGPA, you can have a carryover, the lecturer can hit you, the porter can report you. Like, there are just so much things, so you need to be very careful with the people you surround yourself with when you are in university. Try to enjoy being alone. I'm telling you that your people will find you eventually. People will find you. You don't have to do too much. Just let it be a gradual process. Don't involve yourself in too much drama. Don't allow your moods to cast. Don't allow people to make you flare or be disrespectful to lecturers. All those kind of things. It doesn't speak well of you. It doesn't make you a baddie or like you're of high class. You are just being disrespectful. Don't do things that will make them want to send you home, especially in private universities, because they are just looking for people to send home, and I don't know why. This one in private university, I don't even know if it's all universities, but this one in private university that I'm in, this one is very close to you, like you were born literally. So if you're going to a private university, if you're going to university in general, please carry sunscreen and umbrella. Carry a lot of sunscreen, because you're going to need it too. And please try to reapply your sunscreen. I'm even talking, sometimes it gets tiring to do, but the sun is very hot. Like, it's actually so hot. It's just like the sun is with us, like we're mingling together. The sun is very, very hot, and if you don't want to break your skin and everything, try to carry sunscreen. Also, one thing I'll tell you is that getting into the university, your body might react, because this is a new environment. You haven't been here before, so probably to the food. I reacted to the food. Probably to the food, the water. I reacted to the water too. You might break out, but just carry all of your skincare products. Like, make sure you have good skincare. And for breakouts, I think you should get Nixodem. I'll put the picture of Nixodem here. It's this green cream like this that helps with acne and breakouts, those kind of things. So your body will adjust and adapt to the environment eventually, but those first few weeks or first few months, you might likely break out because of the water, change in environment, because of change in food, just all those kind of things. So be ready for that. Another point I would like to talk about is that you should not be too generous. I know I said you should be humble, you should be mindful, you should be cutesy, you should be demure, but don't be too generous, because people will take advantage of you. In university, when I first got into university, do you know how I felt? I felt like everybody was a good person, that everybody will treat me well. If I'm nice to them, they'll want to do for me too, they want to be my friend, and that's where I got things wrong. Set boundaries, be very confident in your first year. I'm not saying you should be overly confident, disrespectfully confident, arrogantly confident. No, you can be nice and still set boundaries, especially with your roommates, because if you are too generous with them, too friendly, they'll take you to play. If you're too friendly in the university, they'll play around with you. So try to be strict. I didn't realize this until my second year. Let me give you guys like a story. In my first year, I was roommates with these girls. They were in a higher level. I was in 100, of course. I just got in, and they were in 300 level. So then I was so sad. I didn't really have a lot of friends. I only had one friend. We weren't very close yet. We were just trying to establish a relationship together. So basically, the only people I was talking to was my roommates, and they were in a higher year. So they did take advantage of me, because I was very nice. I was always very shy, very nice to them, very humble, very generous, very friendly. So they took advantage of me in terms of provisions, in terms of getting food for them. Can you help me get food from the cafe? Can you get food from the cafe? Every single day, probably morning and evening, I was getting them food every single day. At some point, because I was being too nice, I was just a stupid pick me. Like, I didn't realize, because I just wanted friends. I didn't want to be alone. I wanted to have my own people. That's what I meant by I met the wrong set of people in my first year. So try to avoid this. I used to go to classes every day in 100 levels. Whenever I go to class, after class I'll go to I'm even embarrassed saying this. After class I'll go to cafeteria. So when I'm in the cafeteria, I'll even be calling them, oh, do you want to get anything? Do you want to get food? Do not tell me all their orders. Like this, I will not be carrying their food. Like my friend that time will be looking at me like, are you okay? Like, what am I doing all this? And I'll be like, big, you know they don't used to come out now. I will not buy food for them. I was just being I was being too friendly, too generous. I was really pick me basically, and they took advantage of me every single time. When I now started realizing it, I was now like, I don't want to do it. They were now like being like, why don't I want to do it? It was not seeming like I was a bad person, but I don't blame them, to be honest. I was one that did not set boundaries from the very beginning. One day I even caught oneself when I just came back from class with my friend. We saw her in my locker. She was taking my provision, but I didn't say anything about it because I knew that I was already the one that had fucked up. I was already the one that had messed up. I'm sorry for cursing. So you guys should please don't be like me, or don't be a pick me sha. Don't be a please, do you want me to do this for you so you'll be my friend? Please don't do that. Be confident, be strict. People that will be your friend will be your friend. You don't need to overextend yourself to please them, please. People that are coming into university as freshers, they usually used to bring a lot of things, and if your roommates are in higher level, they'll take advantage of you. Please can you give me this? Please can you give me this? Please can you give me this? Before you know it, they'll turn into everyday things. So try to be strict with your things. Come with padlock. Lock your bag, lock your box, put it inside your cupboard if you can. Lock it. Just be locking everything, because university, you really can't trust anybody. You guys should come with a whole bunch of snacks and provisions. It's not every time that you want to be going outside. It's not every time that you want to be walking to cafeteria. There are some schools that their food comes with their school fees, but in my school it's not like that. My school, you literally pay for food every single day with your own money. Like, the school fees is so much different from the food type shit you get. So you're going to be paying for your food. Just carry a whole lot of provisions, a whole lot of snacks, bread spreads, Nutella you like, butter, jam, all those kind of things. You're going to need it. Then you should get water too. You should get a lot of water, because I don't know if they sell in other schools, but in my school, even the distance, I don't used to think about it at all. I just carry a whole lot of water. This bottle water packs when I'm coming to school. So carry provisions, carry snacks, things you can munch on when you are studying. Carry gum, chewing gum, just a whole lot of. If you guys want like a separate video on packing essentials, things you should pack when you are going to university, comment below so I can make a video on that. Then the final points I would like to give you guys is that you should socialize. Network. Let me give you guys a secret. In university, it is 80% socializing / networking and 20% of your education. I'm not saying your education is not important. Go back to the first part of this video and watch it. In university, you're going to meet so much people, and you need to be strategic with the way you make friends with people. Let me explain what I mean. If you see this person is smart academically, this person is so smart, this person knows how to teach other people, this person knows how to navigate education, go and be friends with that person. I'm not saying you should be using people, like, don't use people, but be friends with people who know what they are doing. Like, socialize with the right kind of people. Network. If you know that this person is probably very good with education, this person knows how to like hold all these classes, all these kind of things, and you need that kind of thing, let that person be your friend. I'm not saying you should be close friends with the person, but try to be in a good relationship with the person, so that when it comes to like exams and you need somebody to put you through, that person will be there for you, because you know you guys have already established a kind of bond. If you see somebody that person is very good with money, the person is very good with finances, how to manage money, how to do this, try to be friends with that person so that you can learn from the person too. If you see somebody that this person is very good with skills, this person knows how to acquire skills, this person knows how to make hair, this person knows how to fix lashes, this person knows how to do like all these kind of things, make friends with that person so that you can learn from them. Try to network. Be friends with everybody, but don't involve yourself with the wrong type of people. That's what I mean by dramatic people that like to cause trouble, like to like just waste their time. And smile with them, but you know who your close friends are. People that can impact, people that will build connections for your future children. You know that kind of people. If you are smart and you observe, that's another point. Observe very well in university. Observe so you know who to chewing gum and who to remove yourself from. So basically, that is it. Socialize, network, but know the kind of people that you're socializing and networking with. I'm not saying you should look down on people. Don't look down on anybody. That's why I say be friends with everybody, but be careful who you attach yourself to as a close friend, so that they don't use you, so that it's not be like you are using them. Basically, that's literally all of the points I have for you if you are a fresher in university and you want to like navigate life in the university. So please, in the university, hold God tight. Back to the first point, because all of these things I have said are going to work if you put God first. Pray to God about all of these points, then follow them gradually, and everything will be fine. So thank you guys so much for watching. If I remember any other points that I feel like you guys need as freshers in the university on how to navigate your life in uni in your first year, then I'm going to make a part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. And I don't want to tell you to drop it.